What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Ultimate Two Bros. And today, last year I made a video about me predicting what the NHL bracket would be for 2025, and now it's the time of the playoffs. In fact, today is when the playoffs really start in the NHL. So I thought, why not we make a 2026 update of it? So this is basically all the matchups for 2026. So we have Avalanche against the Kings, Stars against Minnesota, Vegas against Utah, Oilers against the Ducks. On the Eastern side, we have Buffalo against Boston, Tampa against Montreal, Carolina against Ottawa, and Pittsburgh versus Philadelphia. So if you're new to the NHL at all or new to brackets, basically I'm just gonna predict them until we get our winner, our Stanley Cup champion. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and let's just get started. So first up, we got the Avalanche and the Kings. Now, I don't really think I need to click the analysis because I think we already know who's going to win. And last year, the President's Trophy winner was here as well. It was the Winnipeg Jets, and they also moved on. But I'm assuming they're not going to move on in Game Seven because Game Seven was very tight for them. But I don't think the Avalanche are going to do that. I think they're going to maybe even sweep them. Who knows? But I'm going to choose the Avalanche. Next up, this is actually a very good matchup: Dallas against Minnesota. Now, I will use the analysis for this point. So Jason Robertson has 96 points, and Kirk Kaprizov, I can't speak today, has 89 points. So, like I said in the last one, if you are doing like these kind of bracket challenges, it's always nice for you to click the analysis so you know like which team has more season points, which team has more goals per game, which team has the most goals against per game, which team has a good penalty kill, stuff like that. And this is going to be very close. And honestly, since Dallas has more of, like a playoff experience, I'm going to choose the Dallas Stars to move on, though. I think it's right. Next up, we have Vegas against Utah. Another pretty good series that we should see. The analysis: Jack Eichel, 9 points, Clayton Keller, 88 points, pretty close. Um, as you can see here, Vegas has a very strong power play, as you can see, and it's pretty tied the goals against per game. They have a pretty even one. Goals per game, they have a pretty even too. And even though Vegas looks like to have the most points in Utah, has the least amount. They're the newest team in the NHL. I'm gonna put Utah ahead because I do like their team a lot this year. I do really. And in the second round plus, we could if Vegas wins, we could always like I think even if Vegas wins this one, I think they'll go to the conference finals. By the way, so next up we got Oilers and the Ducks, and this one should be good too. Now, the one thing that the Oilers don't have is obviously great goaltending for because the new goalie, like since they traded Stuart Skinner, he's not been very good so far. And even though but since the Ducks, like they're even though the power play like for the Oilers, and I assume that there's gonna be a lot of penalties during this matchup, I'm gonna pick the Oilers to move on. And before you do your other side of the bracket, you have to pick how many games. So I'm going to put game five for the Avalanche. I'm going to put game six for Dallas, game seven for Utah, because that's going to be probably the toughest series in the Western Conference for the first round. And for the Oilers, I'm going to put it uh, game six. That's what I'm going to do. All right, next we got Buffalo and Boston. Now the analysis. Buffalo has more, but Boston has a pretty good power play, as you can see. Thompson, 81 points. David Pasta, 100 points. Um, Even though Buffalo, like, they have not made the playoffs since I think 2011, I really do like their team a lot this year. I'm gonna choose them to be over Boston. In fact, it's just my opinion, guys. Next up, we got Tampa and Montreal, and I think this one it's just obvious. It's Tampa Bay. Like they're just like the reason why, like, hold on, how do I say this? So if we click on the analysis, like, even though Montreal has like a good power play and stuff like that, it's just that Tampa has always like great defense, like Nikita Kucherov and stuff like that. Like they're always like powerful for Tampa Bay. So next up we got Carolina and Ottawa, and this is not even close. I'm choosing Carolina. No way I'm choosing the Ottawa Senators to move on. I don't even need to look at the analysis. Like goals, I mean, they do seem kind of fair in a way, even though They're pretty, even though they're somewhat close. I'm definitely choosing the Hurricanes to move on, and this should be a good one. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. So the analysis, Pittsburgh has again like a very good power play. Sidney Crosby 74 points, Travis Kelce 68 points. Season points they're tied. Um, Goals per game, Philly. But Pittsburgh does have more goals against per game. And honestly, I like the Flyers here for this one. I think the Flyers are just a bit more powerful in my opinion. So I'm going to choose them. And Buffalo, I'm going to say probably game six they're going to win. Tampa, game five. Carolina, game four. I could easily see this going to game four. And this, game seven, easily. This has got to be a game seven. All right, let's move on. Now we have the Avalanche and the Dallas Stars. Now, I think most people, what I'm about to say, are going to disagree with me, okay? But here's the thing. I'm gonna choose Dallas because the first of all, every single time when I look at like a playoff bracket, even from years ago, Dallas always seems to find a way to beat Carolina or not Carolina, Colorado. Like last year, Dallas and Colorado played in the first round. And they were down. Colorado was up 2-0 against Dallas in the third, but Dallas still like found a way to come back and won 4-2. 2024, they played in the second round. Dallas won that series. 2020 in I think the second round too. Dallas played Colorado and Dallas won that series. 1999, the year that Dallas won, they beat Colorado, and 2000 as well. So all those every single year I find Dallas beating Colorado. So that's why I like Dallas on this one. Like Dallas Dallas like knows Colorado's weaknesses. Like I think it's only fair if we put Dallas over Colorado. Next up, we got the Mammoth and the Oilers, and I think even though Oilers do have more of a goal against per game, I think the Oilers are still going to beat the Mammoth because the Mammoth, they're a very new team, and the Kraken in their second year they lost to the Stars in the second round too. So yeah, so that's the only reason why I'm going to choose the Oilers. And now moving on to the uh, second round of the Eastern Conference, we have Buffalo and Tampa Bay, and I think this is kind of where the road ends for Buffalo. Um, Only because like Tampa Bay has like more experience in the playoffs, and they're definitely going to be coming out a lot this year. I think they're going to be so powerful, and that's why I'm going to choose Tampa Bay over them. But Buffalo, they're a good team. Don't get me wrong, but I think Tampa Bay is just going to be Buffalo in like 6 games or something like that. And lastly, Carolina against Philadelphia. Carolina, I think, is probably going to beat Philadelphia 4-1 in the playoff game. Or 4-1 in the playoff series. Not my bad. Um, so now we're here in the conference finals, and we have Dallas and Edmonton. And Edmonton, they might make the playoff, or they are in the finals. I mean, I can't talk, guys, today. They might make the finals, but um, in the past two years, if this happens again, like in the last 2 years, they played Dallas and they moved on, but Dallas, like, it's just like been so tough for Dallas because they always like make the conference finals in many ways, but like they just lose like somehow. So I think I'm gonna maybe give the edge to the Oilers. I don't know. I think I might. Yeah, well, anyways, we got Tampa and Carolina. This should go to a 7 game series for sure. These two teams are very, very powerful. Don't get me wrong. These two teams are very, very powerful. Penalty kill is better for the Lightning. Power play is better for the Hurricanes. It's very close for goals against per game. Goals per game, Carolina has a bit more, and season points. I think I'm going to give Carolina the edge. And we're here now to pick a winner. So I think that the Hurricanes might win it this year. I even before this bracket, I think the Hurricanes, it's their year. It's just like they're really like, how do I explain this? They're just like, how to explain this? Not it's just that I really like their team this year, and like they almost like won President's Trophy behind the Avalanche, and I think that it's their year, the Carolina Hurricanes. So predict the total number of goals scored in the Stanley Cup Final Series. Hold on, let me check this first. Total number of goals scored in the Stanley Cup. So I'm gonna say maybe 24. I think 24 is a good number of goals because like I think the goaltending is gonna like shoot up for Carolina. They're gonna score a pretty good amount of goals and Edmonton too. So yeah, I think 24 is good. All right, let's submit that bracket, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.